Before Columbus, before European maps charted the Americas, this land was anything but empty. It was a world teeming with life, culture, and incredible civilizations. From the soaring pyramids of the Andes to the vast trade networks of Mesoamerica, the pre-Columbian Americas were a masterpiece of innovation and resilience. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this fascinating era and diving deep into a world that thrived long before 1492. Hey everyone, I'm Oracle Pinnacle, and today we're traveling thousands of years back in time to explore the pre-Columbian Americas, a time when this hemisphere was alive with culture, science, and incredible achievements. From ancient cities to agricultural revolutions, these civilizations shaped the world in ways we're still uncovering today. So grab a comfy seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's embark on a journey you won't forget. Our story begins in Peru's Supe Valley, around 3000 BCE, with the Corral Supe civilization. Imagine a bustling city built on cooperation and creativity, not conquest. Corral is the oldest known city in the Americas, rivaling ancient Mesopotamian cities in age and complexity. The Corral people were incredible architects, constructing massive pyramids, one of them as tall as a 5-story building. These weren't tombs or fortresses, they were likely ceremonial centers where religion, music, and community came together. Speaking of music, archaeologists found flutes made from pelican and condor bones, proving that art and culture were just as important to the Corral as their architecture. And while Corral didn't have pottery or weapons, they thrived on trade. They exchanged cotton and fish for goods from inland communities, forming one of the earliest economic systems in the Americas. Fast forward 2,000 years to the southern coast of Peru, home to the Nazca civilization. The Nazca are famous for their geoglyphs, massive designs etched into the desert floor, visible only from above. But why did they create these intricate lines of birds, monkeys, and spirals? Theories abound. Some say the lines were paths for religious rituals. Others think they were astronomical guides to mark solstices. Whatever the reason, the Nazca achieved something extraordinary, blending art, science, and spirituality. But their creativity didn't stop at geoglyphs. The Nazca built an advanced system of underground aqueducts to bring water to their crops, transforming one of the driest places on Earth into a thriving agricultural hub. Next, we journey to northern Peru, home to the Moche civilization. Flourishing from 100 to 700 CE, the Moche were master artists, creating pottery so detailed it depicted everything from daily life to their most sacred rituals. Their artistry extended to goldsmithing, producing some of the most exquisite jewelry in the ancient world. But the Moche weren't just artists. They were engineers, building canals that turned arid deserts into fertile farmland. The Moche also practiced elaborate ceremonies, including sacrifices. These rituals reinforced their social hierarchy and ensured the favor of their gods. It was a society where art, religion, and power intertwined. Now, let's head to Mesoamerica, where the Maya civilization thrived for nearly 2,000 years. From 2000 BCE to the Spanish arrival in the 16th century, the Maya built a sophisticated society renowned for its achievements in astronomy, architecture, and governance. But who were the Maya and what made their civilization so extraordinary? Let's explore the rise and reach of this incredible culture. The Maya civilization is typically divided into 3 periods: the pre-classic, classic, and post-classic. It all began in the pre-classic period, when small farming villages emerged in what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and parts of Honduras and El Salvador. The classic period, from 250 to 900 CE, is often called the Golden Age of Maya civilization. This was the era when great cities like Tikal, Palenque, Tlacopan and Calakmul rose to prominence. These cities were independent city-states, each ruled by a king or queen, but they were interconnected through trade, alliances, and sometimes warfare. One of the most striking features of Maya cities is their architecture. The Maya built towering pyramids, intricate palaces, and ceremonial ball courts. These structures weren't just functional, they were symbolic, representing the connection between the heavens, earth, and the underworld. Maya society was highly hierarchical. At the top were the rulers, considered divine intermediaries between the gods and the people. Below them were priests, scribes, and warriors, followed by artisans, farmers, and laborers. But life wasn't all work. The Maya also loved games, art, and storytelling. Take their ball game, for instance, played on massive stone courts. It wasn't just a sport, it had religious significance, symbolizing the struggle between life and death. And in some cases, the stakes were high. Losing teams might face ritual sacrifice. The Maya were brilliant mathematicians and astronomers. They developed a base 20 numbering system and even understood the concept of zero ahead of many other ancient cultures. Their calendar system was equally impressive, combining the Tzolk'in, a 260-day ritual calendar, with the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar. Together, these calendars created a 52-year cycle known as the calendar round. And let's not forget the long count calendar, which tracks time over thousands of years. This is the calendar that sparked the infamous 2012 end of the world myth. But for the Maya, it was just the start of a new cycle, not an apocalypse. By the post-classic period, Maya civilization had shifted. Cities like Chichen Itza and Mayapan rose to prominence, with influences from other Mesoamerican cultures like the Toltecs. This era saw more militaristic themes in Maya art and architecture, reflecting changing political dynamics. Why did the great Maya cities of the classic period fall into decline around 900 CE? Scholars point to several factors, including drought, overpopulation, and political strife. But while many cities were abandoned, the Maya people didn't vanish. They adapted and continued to thrive in smaller communities. Now, let's talk about the Inca Empire, one of the most remarkable civilizations in human history. By the 15th century, the Incas had created the largest empire in the Americas, stretching over 2,500 miles from modern-day Colombia to Chile. But what made this mountain empire so extraordinary? Let's break it down. The backbone of the Inca Empire was their road system, known as the Capac Ñan. This network spanned over 24,000 miles, connecting cities, villages, and trade hubs across the rugged Andes. These roads weren't just dirt paths. They included suspension bridges made of woven grass, stone stairways carved into cliffs, and tunnels bored through mountains. The Incas were also masters of farming, transforming steep mountain slopes into fertile agricultural terraces. These terraces, called andanes, prevented erosion and made efficient use of water in the high-altitude environment. With crops like potatoes, quinoa, and maize, they fed an empire of millions, even in some of the most inhospitable terrains on Earth. No discussion of the Inca Empire is complete without Machu Picchu. Hidden high in the Andes, this city remained unknown to the outside world until its rediscovery in 1911. But what was it? A royal estate? A religious sanctuary? Most likely, it was both. Machu Picchu isn't just beautiful, it's also practical. Its location was carefully chosen for its defensive position and spiritual significance. The Intihuatana, or hitching post of the sun, is believed to have been an astronomical tool used to track the solstices. This shows how the Incas merged science, religion, and nature into their daily lives. But even this mighty empire couldn't withstand the arrival of the Spanish in 1532. Led by Francisco Pizarro, the conquistadors captured the Sapa Inca Atahualpa and took advantage of internal divisions to conquer the empire. Within a few decades, the Inca civilization, as it was known, came to an end. But it wasn't all empires and pyramids. Across the Americas, smaller communities thrived. In the Great Plains, people followed herds of bison, while in the Amazon, they cultivated the land in ways that preserved biodiversity. Even after 1492, the legacy of the pre-Columbian Americas lives on. From the foods we eat, maize, potatoes, cacao, to the traditions of indigenous communities, their influence is everywhere. The pre-Columbian Americas weren't just a precursor to European colonization. They were a thriving world in their own right. By learning their stories, we honor the millions who came before us. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey. Explore, discover, remember, like, subscribe, and join us next time for more stories that shaped our world.